Hello friends, welcome to UK Dreamers. This is Aman, and in today's video we will talk about how to become a consultant in the UK. So as many of us as foreign graduates come to the UK thinking, oh, what can I do to become a consultant in the UK? So there are three broad paths for you to become a consultant in the UK. The first one is to go through the vigorous phase of the training and attain a CCT, which is the Certificate of Completion of Training. So for you to attain a CCT, you have to either enter at ST1 or specialty trainee 1 or core trainee 1 level, or you can also apply at ST3 or ST4 levels. So I'll give you a simple example. If you wish to become a consultant in suppose gastroenterology, so if you have not done anything, you're just a fresh graduate, you've just done your PLABs and you've come to the UK. So the best part would be to go from the core training, apply for the specialty training, and then finish everything up in 7 to 8 years time and then become a consultant. The same goes if you want to become a GP. For instance, you have to apply a GP, you go with ST1, 2, 3. After 3 years, you become a GP. Hence and so forth. It applies for all these specialties. They all have their sorts of recruitment processes, different competition ratios. But yeah, this is one of the basic and more traditional way people would like to become a consultant in the UK. The second is to get onto the specialist register, but not have done the traditional form of training. So in this, you would usually come to the UK. You would, people who usually come onto this pathway have done loads of stuff back home in their home countries, their post-graduation, their thesis, researches, and they have tons of experience in that very specialty. So what they can do now is bring few of those evidences, as we say, work here in the UK, work for further more evidences. And what UK health system works, the NHS and the GMC, they want you to gather evidences, make sure that you have got the competencies right. If you have got the competencies right, you can still apply for specialist registration through a pathway called CSER, which is Certificate of Eligibility of Specialist Registrar. So if you are able to satisfy all the competency needs, you would be granted specialist registration in the UK, and yes, you can then go and work as a consultant. But be mindful, the CSER is recognized in the UK, but if you were to go back to your home countries, like for instance, I'm from India, so if I were to go back to India and apply for additional qualification registrations, I might be denied one. So I would be only granted if I have a CCT, but not given if I have a CSER. Things keep on changing, but at the moment that's the bottom line to it. The third possible way is, for instance, if you work back home as a consultant, you might not hold the entire set of membership exams, the fellowship exams, but you might be able to fetch up a locum consultant post. So jobs can be, permanent and temporary. The same way permanent jobs are substantiative posts. Non-permanent sort of jobs are called locum posts. So basically, the trust needs a consultant and they are not able to fulfill that place or capacity with a regular consultant. So you would usually find this post like very hard to find it in a tertiary care university hospital, because people there are, even if they've done their CCTs, they've done their various fellowships, they've done their research, PhD and whatnot, so it's highly competitive. So you might find these places mostly at the district general hospitals or smaller hospitals at remote locations, but yeah, it is still doable. So for instance, I'll give you an example. Dr. X worked in general medicine back home in Middle East. He's done his MRCP, he's coming to the UK, he's worked as a consultant for a couple of years. So if he goes, usually you would need the recruitment firms to give you a helping hand on this, the recruitment agencies. They would fetch you a post, you would come here as a locum consultant and you would also fulfill your CSER applications. So this is a very good pathway for foreign graduates who've got ample experience. Unfortunately, we didn't know when we came. So, so that's also a possibility. So, if you want to become a consultant in the UK, you have to either fulfill these three. There is another way, actually. I should have said the fourth way. It's like, if you worked in the UK for long, you don't bear any membership exam. Plus minus, you have a membership exam. That's not mandatory. But yeah, you don't want to do training. You don't want to do Caesar, but you've got ample experience here in the UK. You might get a locum consultant post somewhere, and you can still work as a consultant. Yes, be mindful. These are local, trust grade specialty, specialty post or the consultant posts, and you might not be recognized if you leave UK or go to some other place to work. So I hope that was helpful. So if you want to come to the UK and you've got crazy thoughts, you can always email me about your worries and concerns. And till then, I'll meet you in next video. Cheers. Bye.